Hey everyone, I'm Kenneth Ryan.
I'm Lindsay Reesop.
I'm Abbey McCallum.
And I'm Bethany Ketchum.
And we're back with another exciting episode of the Friends Forever podcast.
And even though we're in the same room, we still have this strange lag.
Right?
Between.
Podcast.
So, in case y'all were wondering where we were the last 2 weeks ago, schedule conflicts are a crazy thing. We are four busy adults with four busy adult lives.
Finals for Bethany.
It was mainly, my finals.
Well, it was your finals, and Lindsay and I work all the time, and Abbey works a lot. Everyone's just doing stuff, so it's amazing that we managed to get together. But we're here for your listening pleasure.
I'm officially a junior.
Hey, I'm officially a sophomore.
I'm officially a college dropout.
Yeah! That's a nice block of sound. So it's been a month since our last podcast, and I'm sure we all have very exciting things to say. I'll start because I have the least exciting thing, if that's allowed.
Sure.
Literally the only thing that happened within this month that's even noteworthy is I cut my thumbnail in half with a box cutter, and touching it is the most gnarly thing. And I
haven't even seen it.
Like, it's totally fine. It's gonna heal. Like, you can't... I'm sorry, this is an audio show, so you can't see the injury. But it's totally fine. It's gonna heal, but it just feels really gnarly because, like, my fingernail is just cut in half, and it's
uneven.
It's super cool. But to tell you, I learned something about myself through this. I can't handle blood, so I hope in my professional acting future that I'm obviously going to have, I hope I never play a doctor, because blood makes me pass out.
Blood?
Oh, fake blood's fine. Real blood coming from my real thumb, though, I passed out. Other than that, though, I'm totally fine.
I just was doing dishes.
Yeah, you were.
I continued to do dishes.
You didn't even know that I'd passed out.
When I heard things, I'm like, what are they talking about?
Anyways. So that was it.
I just realized, I was like, oh, my finals
That's
are
my
done. My grades are out right now.
That's my monthly update. Who's next?
What have I done?
Who am I?
My parents got my grandpa's car that I get to drive around, and it's kind of interesting.
That car is terrifying.
You have to, like, pull a knob to turn on the headlights, and you have to push the knob in at the end, because otherwise the lights will stay on, and then you just, I don't know. The radio is, like, really staticky. If you push seek, it goes all the way through. And
It just loops forever. It's amazing.
There's, like, a split in the seat. It's not terrible, though.
Yeah.
It drives pretty smooth.
When it starts.
Like, shifting is terrible. And, like, park in reverse, and you have to, like, go past what you're aiming for, and then it'll, like, fall back into the thing.
Ugh, that sounds awful.
Otherwise, yeah, a lot of work. A lot of work
outside of you two.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
Brother's graduation party, I don't know. Haven't done much. Bethany gave me some of her dresses because she'll never fit in them again.
It's because her tits got too big.
Yep, pretty much.
True. Accurate.
What about you, Miss Abigail? How's your month been?
It's a month. I don't know. Work. Life. That's about it.
Abbey, Wizard of Words.
She says little words, but she has a lot to say.
Wow.
I do mean that, though.
Uh-huh.
What she says in less words than I say has so much more substance. Well, Bethany...
Because sometimes you spew garbage. Like,
all the time. I have
Not
something
all
to
the
talk
time.
about, and the topic is going to be something that's really cool and really awesome, and yeah, the topic is going to be this. So, Bethany, you are the center of attention now. What have you done in the last month?
Well, I mean, in the last 24 hours, actually, less than 24, or more than 24 hours, but in the last day, yesterday, because this is Monday, I got to see Florence and the Machine in concert, and Of Monsters and Men was the opening act, and they were good too, but like, what the hell are you doing?
Quit turning the light switch on that lamp.
Sorry.
Stop trying to take away from my moment, Kenny. I know you're jealous.
I'm very bitter.
With all the hippies with their flower crowns.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Did you wear your leaf crown?
No, because it looked weird.
Can we go to a Florence and the Machine concert as a group, guys?
It was so amazing. No. I would definitely want to go again.
Okay. Can we go as a group sans Lindsay, because she's the only one of us four, I guess, who doesn't like it?
I mean, I don't dislike it, I just don't care. For the most part.
I like her music. I wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh my god, I love her music. I like her music, and it was my sister's graduation present. It was more for my sister, but then somebody had to go with her, so I went with her, and it was just so, her voice in real life is like so, it's even better than it sounds on a recording. Like, her voice is just so powerful. It's unreal. And one of my favorite things was that she'd be like singing, like, you know, Spectrum, this, like, you know, her voice is just huge on that song. Like, I can't even imitate it.
That is my favorite. That's like literally my favorite song by her is Spectrum. That's the one that I sent you when I first discovered her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll talk about Spectrum a little bit, but then and then she'd like be done singing this crazy song, and then she'd like go to like actually speak to us, and she'd be like, "Thank you so much." Oh my god! Like, her voice was so high pitched and light, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was so funny that she's got this huge voice, but then, "Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here."
I saw a video of her from Coachella, which is, you know, the white trash of. It is Coachella's white trash of, you know, concerts, but she was there. And, well, it's like white hipster trash, I should specify. But she was there, and, like, her it was just a video of her speaking before she sang, I can't, what is it? It's the song, Run Fast for Your Mother.
Oh, Dog Days Are Over.
Dog Days, yes. So, she was singing that, and, like, that was playing, and she was just like, I want everybody to... I mean, I'm being louder than she was, but she's like, I want everybody to go hug one another, love each other. And I'm just like, Florence, you queen. Okay, anyways. You saw her live there.
Mm-hmm. And there was one point... So we had, like, decent tickets. They were pretty good. They were nearest the middle, and there was, like... we were on the floor, but there was, like, a front floor section, and then, like, an aisle, and then a back floor section, and we were, like, a couple rows back in the back floor section. But during one of her songs, first of all, she was barefoot the entire concert. She's such a hippie. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. She's wearing this flowy dress. She runs off the stage. All of a sudden, I'm like, where'd she go? She's not on stage anymore. So people have been like, ah! And she's like running through like these aisles around, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's like running through and singing, and it was crazy. She's running. She can run fast. That girl is crazy.
While singing?
Yeah. Well, she wasn't singing at that point, but there were points when she was just run back and forth across the stage, singing and like not even sounding out of breath. She's just like, ah, and like running so fast. Oh my gosh! So she runs, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's right there! But we couldn't see her because of all the other heads. Then she stands up on this box that was like literally less than 15 feet away from where we were, and she sings the rest of the song from that point. And I've never been that close to a famous person, and I never think I will again. I was just screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, she's right there!
Bethany?
I could see the
How close are you
expression.
sitting next to me?
Pretty close. You're not. Shut up, Kenneth. Oh
I'm gonna be one day.
Shut up.
I love to tell people every time I sign something, I'm like, the signature's gonna be worth millions of dollars one day, and I'm not gonna be wrong.
Well, it'd only be worth millions if you didn't sign everything.
Yeah,
Shit.
everybody will have a signature.
It's only worth a lot if you rarely give out them.
Anyways, that was my joke on what you said.
But it was amazing. She was so close, and I was losing my mind. Oh my gosh.
Me too.
She was so nice.
So, legit question, because Florence is such a hippie, how much weed did you smell at the concert?
Pretty good amount, yeah. But pretty soon after she started, there was weed, and it got really powerful at one point.
I was gonna say, because the one concert I've been to was for the neighborhood, and like as soon as they started playing, like all around me, lighters kept going off. And I like looked around, it was like way in the back, like everyone was smoking weed. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, Summerfest is just okay with this, I guess.
Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, it was pretty fragrant, but not too horrible.
Speaking of cool events,
oh wait, I want to say because you said to leave what's.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh yeah,
it made me cry because. I've literally cried at every single concert I've been to, except for I think my first concert ever, but I almost threw up at that one, so it's like...
That pretty much takes the cake.
Exactly. And so Spectrum was really neat, and that was just funny that you mentioned it was your favorite song, because first of all, she had a moment of silence, because the day of the concert was the day that, like, we all found about the massacre, in Orlando. And so she had a moment of silence for that first, which is like, yeah, that was really neat of her to do that. And then also during Spectrum, at the beginning, she just all of a sudden turns around and holds up this huge like rainbow pride flag, and she's like singing, and then she's like doing
LOL because it's a spectrum.
Well, yeah, and the song's all about color, so yeah, exactly. But she's running across the stage, she's whipping the flag around her head, she's like, just like dancing with it. Oh my gosh, it was so cool, but it made me cry because it was like, because I hadn't cried yet about the Orlando thing, and then I was like, I didn't cry that much, but I cried some.
I cried watching the Tonys. And it's not because I care, like, super much about that. So...
You cry easily.
My segue was going to be, I wanted to quick bring up that Hamilton tickets go on sale in Chicago in less than 10 days, and I heard the cheapest ticket is just under $1,000.
No, it's not.
That's what I heard.
There's no way that's
I heard that the
real.
lowest price ticket is selling for over $900. When I was like, I will buy it, because I want to see it before, it isn't the original cast. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not the original cast in Chicago.
True.
It's a Chicago cast.
During the Tonys, and I'm sure people that watch this probably watch the Tonys.
I didn't realize that they announced when they were going on sale. I was like trying to watch the Broadway in Chicago.
They are. They're going on sale June 21st of this year. But
I want to see it so bad.
So Lynn won an award. He won 11 awards, actually. the show won 11 awards. But he went up to get one of them, and he was like... He wrote a sonnet. And, like, there was a part in it it was so powerful, I literally started crying. Because he was just like, love is love is love is love is love is love. But he was, like, really powerful with it.
Yeah.
And given what had happened that day, and the fact that he was kind of starting to cry, and, like, the message of his whole sonnet was, like, we need to start realizing, love is love, people are people, and we need to stop killing one another, please. It hit me real hard, and I think that was my favorite part. I also really liked, I forget his name, but he was an older gentleman, and he won Best Lead Actor in The Father, which is a play about a man with dementia, and, like, they have a bunch of different actors playing, like, his family, so you really feel like you're losing your mind as he's losing it, because you don't know who these people are. It sounds fascinating. He won it, and he's like, my original plan was to thank everyone who ever got me here, which would have been a long list of names because I've been acting for well over 40 years. And then he was like, but I think, given what happened in Orlando, I need to talk about that, and I think we just need to reflect on things. Like, I don't know, it was really touching, and he was like, I'm going to use my thank you time as a moment of silence for them, and I was just like, God bless you. Honestly. Oh, I don't want to talk, like, I feel like we can talk about it because it's a big topic, but I don't want this to be the bummer podcast where I just talk about how tilted I am about it, because I am furious about a lot of aspects of it. Yes, and if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see my over 20 retweets at this point.
If you, like, get notifications on your phone about when Penny and Abbey and everyone else tweets things, you get retweet. Part 1 of 2, like 17 times.
I was tilted, and there were so many...
Yeah, I know, and it's understandable. I was like, whatever, he's tweeting about something that's important, but it's like, seriously, it's vibrating every, like, 5 minutes for, like, a long time.
Look.
Because you don't just retweet things, like, every now and then. It's just, like, 12
it's
in
a
a
wall.
row.
And then I'm off Twitter for, like, a week.
Yeah.
That's literally how I use that website. Meanwhile, I'm on Tumblr every day of my life, and I hate it. But you know what? I'm not getting off that shit website, because what am I going to do in my free time?
Oh my god.
Right? Have a life? No.
I mean...
I had a point, and I lost it along the way.
I don't know.
I just kind of wanted to talk about how Hamilton won 11 awards, which is really cool for them.
I love Hamilton
but
so much.
For people who watch the Tonys, when I watched the performances from the shows, they had the snippets that they performed live. Honestly, the best performance I thought came from The Color Purple. And the people I was with were so furious that the Hamilton actress didn't win Best Actress in a musical.
Actress?
She's the one who played Eliza.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Philippa Sue.
Yeah. Okay, so Norton, you can go the fuck away. Step 1. Anyways, sorry.
I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it. I've listened to the recording.
But the group of people I was with wanted Hamilton to win all 16.
That's kind of unrealistic.
And when she won that, they were furious, and, like, literally my friend who was there, and she's the only other, well, she wasn't the only one who didn't, like, super gung-ho about Hamilton. She was the most vocal about how she was like, I'm just not that into it. And she I remember when the actress won, she was like, you know what, this gives me a breath of hope, because this is my first time ever watching the Tonys, and it's been really boring just seeing Hamilton win everything. And I was like, yeah, plus I don't really feel like,
This is the first time in the history of the 70 years, though, where the leads are all people of color who won it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like...
I also like, who's the guy who hosted it?
James Conner or something.
Yeah, I like him. He's the guy who...
No,
You guys-
He's the baker.
You guys actually watched it?
I didn't.
That was the party I
never
went
watched
to.
He's the
award
baker from
shows.
Into the Woods. You know him?
I saw that and it wasn't.
He's-
No, I never saw Into the Woods.
Okay, well, he's a cool guy. And he was just like... I forget what it was, but like his opening was just like, I like to think of the Tonys as the Oscars, except we have diversity or something
That's
like
funny.
that. I'm just like,
James-
Neil Patrick Harris was there.
Yeah, Gordon.
But
he
he's
does, like,
working on
He does carpool karaoke.
Yes,
with
Yes.
he also
celebrities.
did that. He did that with the guy from Modern Family, and with the main guy from Hamilton,
Lin-Manuel or
and
whatever.
with two other
Miranda.
wonderful ladies,
Miranda.
and they sang the Les Mis thing that's at the end, and it's really good.
I need to watch that.
That's another
I
thing.
enjoyed it.
If we're talking musicals, everyone in the theater department seems to love and adore Les Mis. I can't sit through it. I can't stand
Seriously?
it. I don't like Les Mis at all.
The movie's kind of
Like, I couldn't watch the movie all the way through. I really...
At the fireside.
The music...
That was rad.
The music is really beautiful, but I don't like it that... I can appreciate it as beautiful, but I don't like it personally,
I like it.
if that makes sense.
I can
Yeah.
appreciate you, but...
But you don't like me? I totally get that. But, I don't know. I remember I forget why I brought it up. Oh, because you were talking about Les Mis. Anyways, I saw Neil Patrick Harris was at the Tonys, and he has a shaved head because he's working on Netflix's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yes!
He started filming that. I don't have Netflix, but I am excited for it.
Netflix.
Me too.
But he looked like... I hope he grows his hair back because bald is not a look for him. Neil Patrick Harris, if you listen to this podcast, bald is not your look.
Shut up. Oh my god.
But you know who was still killing it after, I don't know how old she is at this point, but she was still killing it. Barbra Streisand.
I didn't even know she was still alive.
She got on stage.
She is
She
like...
must be old, right?
Yeah, they said they were like the last time she was on stage at Broadway was 1964. However, she's released over 150 some Broadway songs.
Yeah, like covers and stuff.
She's a phenomenal woman, and she came on stage. She got a standing ovation just for entering the building.
Oh, she's like kind of a legend.
I know. I was like, she's looking really good for having her last time on Broadway be 1964.
It's before my mom was born.
My
Same.
parents weren't even 10 years old. Like,
Parents' ages are so different.
it's so wild to me to think about that. Speaking of, because I was Wikipediaing her, because I'm really into one of her songs, and I'm just going from topic to topic without giving any of you a chance to comment, because that's how I function as a human being.
This is the Kenny podcast.
Right. Ariana Grande apparently was in a Broadway musical
Really?
as a teenager. It was like a teenager-based musical. It was like called 13 or something. And that was like her start into acting and singing. Anyways, I don't like...
Weird.
Yeah, like... That's where she got her start, was on Broadway, and I was like...
It's always weird, knowing these actors and oh, they were in this as a child. It's like, what?
What? Who? Who are you?
What?
Who did you play? I can't wait till Lindsay becomes the world famous actress, and they're like,
Taylor
she was
Lautner
in...
was Shark Boy in Shark Boy and Lautner.
Yes.
Wow, really?
And it's like,
You didn't
what?
know that?
Yeah, eventually I was just I looked at the credits or something and I'm like, that was him? What the... What?
What?
Lindsay, what now you're saying?
It's like when Lindsay becomes a world famous actress, they'll be
Yeah.
like, she was in
What?
Roommates?
Oh, God.
What?
That'd be kind of fun. I'll become a voice actress, that'd be better.
I
kind of want to, that'd be fun.
Dude, do it. We need to start putting in for auditions.
Yeah.
Like, we need to sit our asses down
We
and
need
do
to make
that.
a sound booth
Yeah, we do.
in the closet with some egg cartons
Yeah,
and a microphone.
When we buy peppers, let's buy 8 cartons. Anyways,
Just egg
Egg
cartons.
cartons, not.
I could
Dump the
I
eggs.
could tell my dad and Laura to just save the egg cartons from all.
Hey, internet, is this interesting to you?
No!
Like, comment, and subscribe.
We're gonna make a sound booth with egg cartons. Which, if you didn't know that you could do that, you can do that. It's soundproofing.
Yeah.
Use what?
Okay, what else should we talk about?
Cork? That'd be probably more expensive.
You could probably use like a memory foam mattress because it's got the
like
ridges.
memory foam mattress.
Yeah, because it's got the
mattress pads.
covered. Yeah.
Just tape them down.
Okay, so what are we gonna talk about?
We can talk about dank memes.
Shut up! Oh my god.
Maybe that'll get Abby involved in the conversation. We talk about the dankest of memes. Here comes that boy. That was her cue, and she's not taking it.
I don't even know what that one is.
Oh shit! What up?
I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
I don't say those words.
Oh golly! Here comes that fellow. My goodness, how do you do? Is the proper response.
You're just eating goldfish.
I know. Okay,
Flavor
sweetheart.
blasted. Extra
tired.
cheddar.
Don't fall
We're
asleep.
gonna talk about something interesting.
So,
I'm sleepy. She's throwing goldfish at me.
so
I'm
this is
eating
like
them.
5 minutes of terrible.
Yeah, we should probably cut all of this
I'm
out.
not going to.
It's not
You
bad.
suck.
So, I got a thing.
Huh?
I do. I just
What?
have to quick pull it up.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
I'm concerned.
I need to save this. Hold on. I will find this.
What?
It's in here somewhere. Oh
What is?
no. Where is it?
What?
Let's go to Summerfest.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm gonna look at what the
Oh my
line
god,
was.
I wrote this out. Okay, so I have a note. I actually didn't remember this, but this is what we're going to talk about. At 12:04 a.m., Wednesday, September 9th, 2015, I wrote a note in my phone. And my topic idea, it says talking idea, so I intended to do a talking about stuff episode about it, but I never did it. And the idea is, life should not be a grind.
What?
That's what I wrote. So let's
You mean
talk
like
about...
video game grinding?
No,
or
I
what?
mean like, what you do in your...
coffee grinding.
What you do in your life, like, some days are gonna be, like, grindy,
It should be smooth
shitty
sailing.
days. No.
Oh, well, no, it should.
Some days are gonna be
That's the
shitty,
opposite of that.
but every single day of your life should not be miserable. And if you have, like, over a month of every day of your life being literal hell on earth...
Oh my god.
See a psychologist.
Yes, and also you need to figure out what needs to change. So welcome to the Mental Health Podcast.
Guns.
And I want to talk about this and get everyone's thoughts on
Y'all
it.
guys have issues, and I'm good.
I don't have issues.
You have issues with people who have issues.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's such an accurate statement.
Not just you guys.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I got
at
lots
me
of
next
Not
time.
you.
No, not
I
specifically.
mean, kinda sometimes.
Including you guys, but
oh, no.
more pointed at other people.
I have issues with myself, especially when I catch myself being really awful. I'm like, God, I'm the worst. Can you not? I don't want this. I'm not hungry.
Did you just put it on me?
Yes. Okay. So, anyways, oh, this ties into something I watched last night. I watched Bo Burnham's newest comedy special on Netflix. Watch the whole thing, but don't watch
Thought
it
you don't
alone.
have Netflix.
I watched it last night when I was with friends. So,
I don't get what people's boner for Bo Burnham is. I don't know. I don't like
His song about being gay is better.
he's kind of funny, kind of, but his special got super real. And there was a point where he, like, turned up the lights on the audience and turned down the lights on the stage, and he just crouched down and he, like, looked at the audience and he was just like, you know, we spend all of our lives... He was talking about performing, and he was like, I think deep down, every single person wants to be a performer.
That's not true.
No, and he's like, because everyone wants to be seen. And he's like, I feel like social media has, like, given everyone that outlet to be seen. It got freaking real. And he was just like... And I want you guys to know that you don't need that. It's not gonna be the surefire way to be happy. And
Sounds
like
dumb.
the end of the special was so fucking powerful because he was just like, you know, he's got money because he's very successful. You know, he's got this career that he's built for himself. But he was literally just like, the ending song was like, what is happiness and why am I not happy? And like one of the lines was like, maybe Dad was right, like, what do you do when you become everything you hate? And, like, that was the end of his comedy
This
special.
doesn't sound very funny.
No, and we spent a good, 30 minutes just talking about, what he meant and what we related to in that and why we related to it. It got really deep and introspective.
I don't want to get deep and introspective.
It was, phenomenal.
I'm not ready for that.
Honestly, I'm not a very deep, introspective person.
No.
I mean, I'm not afraid to be deep and introspective, but, sitting around talking about my feelings, that's very much where I'm okay, you ninny. Let's actually do something fun, because I don't know. That's just not something that I'm very into, where I'm oh my gosh.
You're annoyed, it's such upset people, and you're oh my god!
Yeah, then I don't, look introspectively, though.
No,
I just,
that's
rant about how, complaining.
Yeah, that's not introspective, but that's when you're really
Yeah,
talk about
honestly, the three of
Yes.
you are the worst at talking about feelings.
Shift 2.
What?
The three of you are the worst to talk to. You listen, you all listen very well, but you never reciprocate, when I get super deep and talk about my feelings, because I talk about my feelings every day, all day. I am a very feely person. I've always been. I used to cry at, the littlest, I still cry at little things, but, I remember, in elementary school, I would cry because someone said something, stupid that wasn't even mean.
Yeah,
But-
Bethany made you cry once.
I think all of you have made me cry for various reasons. I'm a very openly emotional person, and I see no reason to, retain that. But, Lindsay, I don't know if you bottle it all up and, hide it somewhere, but
No, I'm just fine.
you're, fine all the time, and I don't know what it's like. Because I consider it a good week when I, cry, 5 times or less.
In a week?
Especially in school. School crushes my life a little bit, but it's super fun at the same time, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just so open about all that, and the rest of you are, Bethany, like you said, you're I'm not introspective, I don't talk about feelings, and you don't. Lindsay's totally fine all the time.
I just think it's dumb to sit
Abby,
around
you
and
never
be
talk about feelings.
What is
So,
happiness?
when I'm sitting here being here's my life, the rest of you are I don't give a fuck.
No, I just bottle it all up.
Which is super unhealthy, and I
That's
will
okay,
continue to
that's
tell you
fine.
that till the cows come home.
Everything's fine.
Honey, that's what you tell yourself when it's not okay, but you just need to believe it's okay for 5 seconds.
Exactly. And then you just keep adding on the 5 seconds until it lasts.
Until it's your
infinity.
lifetime. Oh,
Until
my
I want
God.
to punch all of you guys in the face.
Yeah,
Right?
it does.
Me and Lindsay will be people.
Well,
AKA.
That's why I was
Kenny
this
and
chat.
year 2?
Half the time it's hey, here's some recipes, and it's oh my god, what is saying right now?
Accurate!
I love to imagine the group chat the three of you have is literally nonstop complaining about how much of a douchebag I
Some
am.
of it.
We honestly don't use ours that much, I feel like. I feel like out of all my group chats with you guys, this one is the one that gets used the least. Unless it's oh, we're coming to Chicago and we're gonna plan it here.
I love how Lindsay's some of it. I'm so glad to know that you guys do talk about when I'm douchey, because
Some of the times
Of
it's kind of
course.
fun just when people are having conversations, in a side group chat, it's ugh, rolling eyes at this, and it's oh. Because we're
I'm such trash.
because it's
Except I
we
never type it
care,
out.
but it's ugh.
I shit talk
Oh my God.
so real. I shit talk so real.
I'm kind of curious to see all the shit talking you do about me, because I know out of the four of us, I am the most problematic. I'm the most openly problematic and closetedly problematic, and
I don't know if that's
How
true.
can you be open and closeted?
I don't know. Just let me speak.
What do we... Okay, sorry.
So, I don't know. It's just it's fascinating. Actually, this kind of ties into roast culture, which I saw a lovely video by Gina. Janriella put out a video finally about roast culture online.
Blah, blah,
What the hell
squad.
is roast culture?
So it's
This sounds like a stupid
okay,
made-up thing.
no. Roast culture is this thing online where have you heard of clapbacks?
No.
Where someone will say something and someone so someone will be there's this sort of famous post on Tumblr where this aunt texts this aunt texts her niece, and she's just she's talking about how her niece is a fag, but she didn't mean it in a disrespectful way, and then the niece responds with something it's hard to be the ugly aunt, isn't it? And how's Uncle Larry doing? I heard he's dating a woman who's 20 years younger than you. See you at dinner, chow or something, and people were like, "Oh, what a clapback," because it was a snarky, sassy response.
Oh, okay.
And the video that Gina did, she talks about how that's coming into our presidential election, where on Twitter, like,
delete your account.
Hillary Clinton responded to Donald Trump with delete your account, and a lot of people are praising that as a wonderful clapback, and gosh, she's such a great candidate, because did you see that clapback?
And then his response to her.
And then wasn't his response such a roast of Hillary Clinton? Didn't he roast her good? Like,
What's his response?
his response was like, how long did it take your team of 20,000 aides to think of that one? Like,
and you're really good at deleting things like all those emails or
Oh
whatever.
my gosh, I just...
like, yeah. And
it makes me sad that we've come to the point, like, in our, like, where people are having Twitter fights. Our presidential candidates are having Twitter fights.
That's what I wanted to start talking about.
Are you, like, 12 years old?
Are you 18? Are you 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to draw back.
What is wrong with these people? Yeah, it just makes me sick.
Well, because they want to... Part of it, I think, is that it is a political maneuver to appeal to millennials.
Younger people.
Because millennials, if you look at their interactions online, millennials are super into clapback culture. Like, if you see a lot of online humor now is clapbacks, and it's a lot of, like, snarky responses that don't actually, like, answer questions. Like, like if someone asks a question, like, I don't know, like, okay, so it's like, what are your thoughts on like, Margaret, mother of 3 hooligans, is like, what are your thoughts on gun control? And Tammy is like, how about you control your children before you start talking about controlling my guns? And people be like, what a clapback! Like, people are really into that.
Yeah, so I think that brings a point that was, like, bothering me so much, and, like, I didn't really think about that. So yeah, this whole idea of, like, clapback and, like, making a snappy comeback. I was talking to Lindsay about this earlier. Like, our bipartisan system has gotten to the point where it's like, well, if you're a Democrat, you have to think all these things, and if you're a Republican, you have to think all these things, and, like, if you don't agree with me, then you're stupid, and, like, that's, like, there's no compromise, there's no discussion. It's always,
we were
like...
talking about Kenny.
Yeah, I was talking about you.
Oh, am I like that? I can be like that.
No, not really. I was saying, like, that...
Your opinions on
you would, yeah.
in places like gun control.
Gun control.
It was literally those.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Oh, my opinions on gun control. I am not gonna be... I think it's okay. Okay, so my opinions on gun control are very interesting. I'm okay with people having guns, but there's no reason anyone in America needs an assault rifle, and I think that even getting a handgun should be more difficult than it is.
Yeah.
I think we need more gun control. I'm not saying you need to take guns away
It should be
completely.
more difficult to get a gun than to get your driver's license.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I also mentioned.
Like,
the Tumblr or whatever.
That's my
Someone
opinion,
said
and
that
I'm very open about that's how I feel.
No, wait, that's a thing Kenny retweeted.
And,
But I just, like, see...
the driver's license thing.
Like, that I agree with totally, but when, like, I see people, like, saying things like, well, Australia made it illegal for, like, people to own guns, and that worked, and there hasn't been any fatalities, so what are you waiting for, America? It's like... Australia and America are different countries.
Yes.
Not sure if you knew that. Like,
right.
You can't just implement.
Because I'm going to go out and hunt my kangaroo on the weekend.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. It's like you can't implement just because something works in one place does not mean it's going to work in another place.
Like
Exactly.
in Australia, they don't have a lot of like hunting, like wildlife at all.
Exactly.
Literally at all, because they've got like all these rare
Like
creatures.
95% is like a reserve.
And I really want to jump back to
And everyone lives, like, 500
you saying there's
miles
no
away from
compromise
each other.
and no debate, because that is 100% true. And like,
And I think that's a huge part of this. Like,
I try, yeah.
Because it's always like, oh, how can I insult this person? Not looking
Yeah.
for the merit in what they're saying, but being like, trash them.
Right. And I try so hard to be open-minded and listening to
Yeah.
opinions that are different than mine. I really do. I know that I fall short sometimes. I know there are some things that I'm really stubborn about. One of those things, interestingly enough, I had a very fun argument with some of my family members about this, was the welfare system. Like, I sincerely believe that for the people who need it, it does good, and I'm okay with the oddball person abusing it if it's helping those who really need it. And that we got into a huge argument where they were like, we shouldn't have it because of those oddball people, and that was what they had to say, and they wouldn't compromise, and like they treated me like I was stupid for what I was saying, which like I don't know. And
I
I
hate
was
when people, treat you, like, talk down to you.
Speaking of, my favorite thing about political discussions, which it might be part of this clapback culture, maybe it's just how I get treated whenever I talk about it, because I'll admit, I'm 20 years old and I'm not the most informed. I try to be. Like, when I see things, I read up on them, especially if they interest me, and I try to know what I'm talking about, but, like, at some point, Okay, where am I going with this? Okay, so, sorry, it takes me a while to gather my thoughts because my brain is slow. So, like...
Just pretty much, youth does not equal, like, naivety or...
Right.
Inexperience. Well,
And when you're arguing politics, you know... I really hate the attitude where, like, just because you don't change your mind, people think you're not listening to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, in my family, when we argue about things like this, that's the attitude they have. Like, you're
point.
not listening to me because obviously because I haven't changed your mind. It's like, no, I'm listening to you and I'm hearing what you're saying.
I just disagree.
I disagree with it, and I'm telling you why I disagree with it. There is merit in what you're saying. Like, you know, yeah, it's super shitty that there are people that abuse. Like, it's super shitty that there are people that abuse the welfare system. But on the flip side, I think, you know, the people that need it, it helps. I don't know.
That's a good point. I like
you know?
Yeah.
Thank you. I make good points once every month, so I'm done for this month.
Or something?
Yeah, do you have solution anywhere?
Probably, like, in that box.
Okay,
So what
well,
about, like,
Or you can go in the
cosplay stuff?
bathroom, too.
There was some in the bathroom.
Lindsay and the quest for the...
The contact solution.
Contact
I rubbed
solution.
my eyeball. It's nuking out.
Pumpkin.
That's fine.
Like, in this bag of
Let's just
cosplay
keep
shit.
talking over it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think that's a good point.
Thanks, Bethany.
Yeah.
Golly, you really kept that discussion going. No, it's fine.
I don't know. Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's a valid thing that you can listen to someone and, like, still hold, like, you still hold your beliefs, like, the same.
Okay.
But, it is, I think, super important to be open to possibly your views changing. Like, that's something that I think a
Or
lot of
even
people
just respectful of other people's views.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
absolutely.
that too.
There's such
I don't
lack
see
of
anything. You might
respect.
want to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, this brings up, that sort of made me think of, like, remember speeches in school? And, like, you had to give the persuasive speech?
Yeah.
And I've always had a problem with giving persuasive speeches, partly because they would always be like, the goal of the speech is to change people's opinions.
Yeah, they're like...
And I would always have a problem with that, because my thought on that was like, I'm sorry, did you...
No.
Her fucking
Oh,
The
her,
glasses.
her fuck me glasses, okay.
I bleep out the F word. I gotta go.
When have we ever...
When have we ever bleeped? Okay.
She's
Wait, what?
going
So-
to get...
So my thoughts on the persuasive speeches and how they were worded, I always had a problem with it because in my mind I was like, if you have a strong opinion on something, hypothetically speaking, no one's going to be able to change that.
Yeah, like
So by
in speech
default,
class.
you're
there
going
was-
to fail your persuasive speech.
Yeah. But, like, in speech class, where they'd be like, oh, at the end of the speech, like, okay, who's now going to go out and do this thing that this person is trying to tell you to do? Or whatever. And it's like...
Not me. Because I thought it was a bad idea to begin with, and I still think it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking?
It's like, that's not really... I mean, they didn't really grade on that, but it's
Right.
like... Kind of like, who would win? Pretty much. It's like, no.
Okay, everything in high school is a popularity contest, though. Let's be completely honest. And we were all losers.
We didn't try.
Exactly.
Because we didn't care. Because we're like, whatever, I'm fine the way I am.
Actually,
Mostly.
I take that back. We were all losers except for Abbey. Everybody and their grandma loved Abbey. That's the loudest she's been this whole podcast.
Yes, it is.
Woo! That's a lie.
I know. There was nobody was mean to you except for, like, 2 girls who were jealous of you because you were smarter than them. That was, like, it.
That's lies.
Almost everyone else was like, Abby's really cool. She's really sweet and really nice. It's serious. Everyone just thought I was gay. That was all high school was.
Well,
That's all college is, too. Everyone's like, are you gay? And I'm just like, well...
not really, no.
Not really,
Technically.
but it's like, not really, but also maybe, but no.
Bethany's got talking to my family outside.
I know.
guess.
She
I
left.
think my dad might be out there.
In case y'all didn't hear the door, Bethany left to fix her contact because she's a bum.
to your dad.
Yes, we heard
Sounds about
a little.
right.
No, we didn't actually hear the conversation, but I heard
Also,
you were
Skeeter's
saying
so fat.
Yes.
So fat.
I have 5 cats. We're at my dad's house. Skeeter,
Oh.
Tinker, Jake, Stampy Boo.
What are you guys talking about? Or I guess we could...
Her cats are far.
Oh, we were talking about popularity in high school and how everyone and their grandma loved Abbey.
Yes.
Did they? I mean, I wasn't.
She laughed
in high
really
school,
loudly.
yes.
She said that was a lie, but I think it's true.
Oh.
Oh my! Speaking of that was a lie. This is. I'm so sorry, podcast, but Lindsay, I need to bring this up. Remember when we watched Maury at your mom's house, and it was the lady in the wheelchair, and the dude was like, "Did you sleep with this other?" Cause
I don't know, it was on TV.
I remember Jay walked in and was just like, "Turn that crap off." But the girl in the wheelchair was just like, he was like, "We asked if he slept with this other woman. He said no." That was a lie. She started, like, chasing him in her wheelchair, being like, "I told you! I told you! I told you!" It was so funny.
Oh, God, that's...
I'm sorry. I'm glad that I...
And, like, he took money from her or something.
Yeah.
But he did love her.
Yeah.
It was the truth when he said that he loved her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh
that he
my
wasn't
God.
just with her for her money or anything.
Okay.
Or whatever it was. And it's like, oh.
I love trash TV. Let's be real.
Or it's like, you are not the father.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah. I want to end up on those shows, but I don't have enough
And then the guy's, like,
to...
jumping around going like, whoa, yeah, I'm not the father of your child. It's like,
Yeah, right. I don't have to pay child support.
Or when they do, and, like, the women's like, I told you, chasing him around, like, whatever. And it's like, oh, God.
Oh my God, I love that show. I also love when the women fight, because there's no reason for them to be fighting, but they're doing it anyways. It's so amazing.
TV.
Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. I want to get audience seats to Jerry Springer.
Shut up.
I would love that so
Too
much.
far away again.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God,
are.
Shut up, is what I said.
Yeah. I don't know. I love trash TV.
No, I don't watch TV.
I don't either, but when I do, it's always terrible. And I just love it because it's terrible. Which is why I love The Room. Abby saw that. I was like, none of you have seen that, but I was like, no, Abby watched it. Because you like live texted me your experience with it.
I've seen, like, everything wrong with The Room
It was
in, like,
fantastic.
15 minutes, because they had to go, like, 15 minutes to point out everything that was wrong with
It's
it.
the longest hour and a half.
Did you guys... Hey, here's a fun fact, viewers of Rec Room. Roommates was inspired by The Room.
Seriously.
It was in... The idea and
And the
it,
bad quality of it.
The idea of it came from Abby suggesting that I make a show about the four of us as roommates. That's where that came from. But the quality, like the idea of making it intentionally like bad cuts and like bad angles was inspired by The Room.
I'll miss you.
And it just keeps getting closer.
So awful.
Like,
Oh my
that was
God.
all inspired by Tommy Wiseau's masterpiece. And if you haven't seen it, I cannot highly...
Written by Tommy Wiseau, acted in by Tommy Wiseau,
Directed
produced
by
Tommy
yeah.
Wiseau.
If you guys have not seen The Room, it is a masterpiece. It is one of my favorite pieces of modern dark comedy.
Oh my God.
And it is fantastic. And I think you can buy it as a DVD
Doesn't, like, the
from
mother have
Amazon
cancer
for
or
like
something, and then she never
brings it up again. The tests are back. I definitely have breast cancer, and that it's never brought up again. But if you can, buy it on Amazon. It was on YouTube for free, which is how I saw it, but then it got taken down within a month.
You can still probably find it on the internet somewhere.
Maybe.
If you're creative.
Be careful, though. Don't get a virus, is basically what I'm saying. But, yeah, I swear it's gotta be less than $10.
Just get it in a bundle with Birdemic, Shock and Terror, and the second
Yes.
one of that, too, that I've never seen.
And then have a great time
There's a
watching them.
second Birdemic movie.
Oh, I know.
I know Kenny knows because I mentioned
You
it.
told me.
But there's a second Birdemic movie.
I'm very excited.
And it's like, I need to see this.
We
thing.
need to have a bad movie night.
My dress, like,
We'll talk about that off podcast, though, because this is a show about entertaining the audience, and two of you are lounging.
No, I don't care. I've never seen
Birdemic,
like,
Shock
the-
and Terror, where they're
shitty
kamikaze
things that you're
piloting
talking
birds
about.
and they explode in the distance. Like where they hit, where they disappear, and, like the size of the birds when they disappear, and where the explosion of where they supposedly hit. It's just like, that's so far off. It's like, oh, this bird is flying down here and it explodes in this gas station, even though the gas station would have been the size of the bird when it hit.
Right? No, it's totally
It's like
cool.
the eagles are coming. Or the eagles are still out there.
I just love that it takes them 45 minutes for the birds to even show up.
Yeah.
Like, the movie's called Birdemic, Shock and Terror, and you have to go as long as this podcast has been running before you see the birds. Imagine watching a
And
movie.
they're like shitty CGI birds. Like
Oh,
the
they're
one
the
time they're like
best.
on the tree, they're like birds just hovering by a tree with
Yes.
dogs. It's like those are parrots.
Can we cosplay Birdemic characters?
Parrots do not like just eat flowers or whatever.
Can we cosplay Birdemic
I mean, they might eat
characters?
flowers, but they don't
Please?
like. And they can't hover. Sure.
I'll be the boy
I
and you
don't
can
know
be the
how we can
girl.
do that. No one would recognize. We need to carry around like a bird on a
A
stick.
bird. No, we carry around with the coat hangers.
Oh yes.
Get out of here.
There's
outta
3D
here.
coat hangers of these birds after they're trying to escape from their hotel room to the car.
It's so funny.
They're not even hitting the birds, and the birds are just like
Just
floating
hanging
there.
out. Please watch these movies.
Birds can't hover, really, in general.
Hummingbirds kind of can.
Yes, hummingbirds are like one of the only birds who can like hover.
Penguins too, if they believe hard enough.
Oh my god.
I would willingly talk, by the way, for an hour about birds on a podcast. I love birds.
But we're not going to do that.
We'll do it later.
No, we're not.
Yeah?
Spanish class.
We're gonna do it.
No.
Yes.
Okay, what should we talk about now?
Birds.
No.
No, I don't give a crap.
I
about
love birds. Okay, so I went Roman
Cosplay.
sailing.
I like cosplay.
Bethany got
Let's
away.
cosplay birds.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, it's not.
She
It's
says
up there.
that, but Commander Holly Conrad is a pretty big cosplayer, and she cosplayed Blathers the owl from Animal Crossing, and she was like got
Well, that's
tons
like
of
a
pictures.
character, and
That's
like
still a
big-
bird.
You're just saying like cosplaying birds. Like I'll be an eagle, you be a hawk. Like,
Can we do
dumb.
Star Fox so I can be Falco?
I don't know who that
You
is.
can do Star Fox, so you can be Falco.
But like, I like doing group cosplays because then it feels fun.
You're a nerd.
I am a nerd, and when we do our cosplay show and we actually have time for that, haha. At this point, it's not looking good. But when we
Oh, coming soon. Oh no, it's not coming soon.
coming
Not-
soon, we
not
said
gonna
4 months
happen.
ago. No, it's gonna happen. I just need time, just like all the other things that I have.
Well, you might
planned.
want to, contact some demons, make a few deals, promise your firstborn son.
Netflix.
The problem with that promising my firstborn son is I'm not
Netflix
planning on having
subscription.
children.
Okay,
Ooh, we can talk
promise
about
your-
that. Children.
Are you the only one having baby fever?
I don't have baby fever. The hell.
She's just thirsty.
She's just thirsty. Okay.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about her extreme thirst on a podcast. That's God. She's
No.
like SpongeBob in Sandy's abode. I don't need it. I don't need it. Caption that, Beth thinking about the dick.
Oh.
Kenneth! Oh my god. Okay, we just... No, this is all untrue. Kenny is filthy. You need to cut that out. You're nasty.
Did you guys know that there's a SpongeBob the Musical that's testing in Chicago right now, and it's
Yeah.
open,
Yeah.
and you can get tickets for like a little over $30?
Yeah, geez, I live right by Chicago. I had no
SpongeBob.
idea SpongeBob the Musical, except it's on half the buses that drive around.
Can we go see it?
No,
I
I'm
kinda
sure
wanna.
it's ridiculous.
Let's ask a day off and drive down there and see it.
Well, that's as long as it's still playing by the time we get.
Just give us a 3-week notice. Duh.
That's all.
I would love to see it. I think it's gonna be
Sounds
phenomenal.
hilarious.
I know. It sounds like it's gonna be the greatest or worst thing ever. It's like, it's on the level of
I
Shrek the
actually do
Musical.
wanna go to that.
Yeah, I do too. Where like Shrek the Musical was so phenomenal, but it had the ability where it could have been
Most hilariously
terrible.
terrible thing.
Which is where I'm thinking, I don't know where the SpongeBob the Musical sits until we see it. And I need to see it as either, so I can tell you if it's good or it's bad, and then we can talk about, I don't know. I just want to see it real bad.
We should go.
It's important to me that I see these things.
You have a car now. We can
I
go.
do have a car now. Hey, that's another thing. I have a car, but that means nothing to you because what the fuck do you guys care? You're just over the internet. But you're cool, and I want you to know that if you watched the podcast up to this point, I love you a lot, and you should like the video, especially if you've enjoyed the stuff we've talked about.
Seriously, suggest a topic. Anything. What are you doing?
We can talk about fan fiction, because we're
No, you already have a show about
I
that.
know.
But we don't talk about fan fiction. We just read them.
Oh, we
You
read
comment on
We
it?
definitely
We
comment
comment
on it.
on the fan fiction we're reading, but not just fan fiction in general.
Actually,
I mean, yeah.
I was
sometimes.
like, we like to comment on the tropes and get really pissed off at the tropes.
When
Is
I
this
was,
getting
when
too
I was
meta?
at ASEN, I went to a panel of like sports anime physics, and they had like a section on just all the tropes, like friendship will save us or whatever, and friendship will make us stronger, and Blah, blah, blah.
Remember when Haru wrote for the team in the sand and Rin started crying and I started crying too? Anyone else remember that?
No.
December 2014?
No, because we weren't there.
That's true. I was by myself and I cried. I cried watching Free.
You're welcome.
The finale of the first season, I cried for an hour after I finished that episode.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong
I was
with
bawling.
Like, the only reason that you guys watched that was because I had showed you guys 50% off, I'm pretty sure.
And I got very interested in it, because I was like, 50% off is funny.
And I'm like, this is literally how it happens in the show. They're not even kidding. Like, with the pool thing.
it was so good.
The first couple
And then
episodes.
I fell in love with Nagisa, and now I have a body pillow, so... Your dreams can come true, kids.
I have a Momo. Just a normal sized pillow.
If you fall in love with anime boys, you can get them in your bed by making pillows of them.
Yeah. For like $30 on Amazon.
You can't do that with real boys, though.
Maybe
That's
50.
weird.
I mean, if you have a high enough quality picture, people do custom make them on Amazon. And I mean eBay.
Someone did
not
that with
Amazon.
a picture of Napoleon Bonaparte, and it's beautiful.
That's creepy.
It's on the internet, and it's glorious. You two need body pillows, by the way. The two of you that don't have them, with faces on them. You need to get your anime body pillows.
We can have Abby's be like Gear him or something.
I don't think she wants to sleep with Gary Ham. I think she wants to sleep with Luigi. Like every respecting Nintendo fan.
Luigi.
I'm a Luigi, number one.
He's obviously better than Mario.
Yes, he is. He's beautiful. Welcome to the Nintendo podcast. Anyways, actually, you know what's going on today? Or went on recently?
Get like a picture of like the fairy. Hey.
Yeah,
this is-
E3
I don't care.
happened
I don't care.
very recently.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Pacific time, I think it is. Nintendo's closing it out.
Nintendo gets to close it.
When they finally get to say, oh, we're not going to make Zelda Wii U because it's been too long.
Okay, well, that's cool.
I'm sad.
It's fine. I want to cosplay Zelda characters too. That's on my list of cosplay, honestly. But, yeah, E3's happening, and I know the three of you who are on your phones right now don't care, but I love video games a lot.
Mario's fun.
Yeah, it is.
The only
when you
video
play
games I
N64 Mario Kart and you win 3 races.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
In a row.
I'm proud of you.
The only video games I play are like Dance Dance Revolution and Just Dance games. Like those
I
are like
just do, like,
literally
Mario.
the only.
You
video
play
games
dating
I play.
sims.
I play tons of Mario.
That's a computer game,
True. Oh, true.
and it was just one.
When we get a gaming show, which is on the list of things that will happen on
Yeah.
this channel,
It'll be like, hey, Lindsay, who doesn't play video games, you play these video games.
or you watch.
Watch.
I mean,
I could.
the way that
I'd be fine with
like,
video games
yeah.
for the show. I don't care.
Me too, because I want an excuse to play video games and have fun with friends.
Slurp.
Yes,
What?
and
The hell?
and also I really want to play Bayonetta with Abby and talk about it. Like, I absolutely love that game. I replayed the prologue of the first game because I was bored one day, and I was like, man, I forgot how much I missed this.
You keep saying that I should cosplay her and stuff. You're like, oh, these boots are great.
You should cosplay Bayonetta.
I could be a heavyweight Bayonetta.
You could
Feel
just
free.
be Bayonetta.
Be Bayonetta.
No. I don't have the body for Bayonetta.
You don't need to
You don't
have
need
the body
the
for
body.
characters.
You can cosplay whoever you want.
Lies.
No,
We've
truth.
seen some of the people who cosplay some of the people.
It's truth.
You were at ASEN.
Hmm.
You took some pictures of people at ASEN.
Wish I could have gone. I feel like a dum-dum for not getting a ticket.
Or not asking off and taking Bethany's ticket.
I know! I feel like a dum-dum. I told you.
Appreciated the money I lost.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
you can't resell those because it's technically considered a membership to the thing, and as a member, you get the ticket to you get to enter their one event each year, and blah blah blah.
That's dumb.
It's like, it's like you can't sell this ticket because it's not a ticket; it's a membership. It's like,
That's dumb.
yeah,
It's
like,
a membership.
It's like, why can't you sell the thing?
Why, what does
You
that
can
even
get kicked
mean?
out if you bought, like, if you sold like someone a ticket.
That's dumb.
I mean, they don't really have a way of finding out that you sold a person a ticket.
But it's like on their list of rules.
Yeah.
That's stupid. We have to find cons that are coming up. Indie PopCon is coming up soon. I'd planned to go to that, but I just never requested off because I didn't think I'd have a car by then. But if you happen to get to go to Indie PopCon and you watch this show, please go on the Rec Room Facebook page and like share the pictures.
Give us a video of like Ninja Sex Party.
Please, because there's a lot of people there that I wanted to see, specifically Ninja Sex Party and Reina Veras Jr. So if you get to go there and you watch the show, please share the pictures and videos with us. I'm super into that.
You need to touch Pro Jared.
Where is
I will touch Pro
Kitsune?
Jared for you. It's
And then touch me.
in Green Bay,
When?
July.
It's 22nd weekend of the
Are tickets
22nd.
sold out?
Probably not.
Because I
But
wanna
I'm
go.
going with Schmoop
I'll
and
be
them.
in a different country.
Never mind. I can't wait.
I mean, I don't know if there's room in the room that we have, but
That's
I could
fantastic.
ask.
I cannot wait for you to go to Poland and then talk about it. I love listening to people talk about like their out of country experiences. It's so cool.
I want to go back to London so bad.
I want to leave this hellhole of a country that I love, sort of.
Whatever
That
happened.
didn't make any sense.
But I can't, because I'm here without a passport.
So get a passport. It's like a couple $100.
Make
Yeah, a couple $100
Make
bucks
a
that I don't have.
Hashtag Canada 2K16.
Yeah, me, Bethany, are gonna
Whatever.
go
You
there.
guys can have a great time, and I'm just
And
gonna
Abby,
work.
My
She
family
actually
keeps
decides to
telling
come
me that
along.
I'm gonna get raped,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
love you guys too.
I love their like support of you. Honestly,
Whatever happened?
It's gonna be for a couple days. We're gonna be driving a car in like
right?
Oh,
what is it?
Lots of
Ottawa.
bags.
Like it or no? Is that
Whatever
the name of-
happened. I don't know where my
I'm
one.
so ignorant.
Y'all are gonna be fine.
No, exactly.
Where'd my
It's not
summer
gonna be.
reading
It's not like
program
we're
thing
like
go?
even gonna be in big cities, except for like maybe Toronto. But
Ooh, whatever.
It's like, oh, we're gonna be out by the waterfalls and shit,
But clearly, yes, we're going to
and
get
camping and
murdered
stuff.
and raped. That's
In
obviously
Canada.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In Canada,
In
like
Canada,
one of
of
the
all
nicest
places.
countries in the
Mhm.
world,
I was like, I'm probably more likely
About
to get
people.
raped in
like
the
Mexico
United
or something.
States.
Right? Hey,
Yeah, especially at a college campus.
right?
Yep.
Just honestly,
Oh my god.
statistically, at least.
So, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. We're getting
Oh, these people. Yeah.
kind of close. I mean, this one's probably gonna be less than an hour because honestly, this has been like the chill, like we just kind of talk
I bought these
podcast,
things.
and yeah,
We got habaneros
Nipple
to go
concealers.
we got other things.
That was a weird
Amazingly
name.
enough, we've got other projects to work on in a short period of time, and I feel like I'm already dying of exhaustion.
So tired. Yeah.
Me too. So thanks for tuning in to our chill, we just kind of talk podcast. I hope you guys liked it. If you didn't, that's fine. You can give us a topic to talk about, and we will talk about it in the next edition of the Friends Forever podcast. I almost thought I was saying the wrong show. I straight up thought I was going to talk about Fanfiction Friday. Wow, I'm really exhausted. I'm so sorry that this is going to be the one that goes up. We'll be better in the next 2 weeks, I promise. But yeah, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we have awesome new content coming out every week. Leave a topic down below, and we will talk about it. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to us talk about our lives, as interesting of people as all of us are. So until next time, stay beautiful. I love you.
Every
Bye.
time. Every time. Bye.